My name is Christina Lovisa, and we're here at my studio, St. ElmosFire, here in Stittsville. People come to this studio for art classes and for creativity development. If you're watching where it's going along here,
up where all the cluster was.
Exactly. Students who are keen to learn how to go further in their art, how to develop their own creativity, and to really find their own voice within their own art. That's why people would come to my studio. How are you doing?
I tried to darken it up in areas.
That's good. But you just need something to break up, and I would suggest that it probably goes in here somehow. Do you see again how we've got a busy surface, and you just need to find a place where you're ready to say, okay, it's comfortable, it's seated, it's nice. So on that one, you've got that nice big resting area there. I teach mixed media, and as well I teach encaustic classes. Encaustic is painting with molten wax, and a lot of people who have different backgrounds in art, whether it be in acrylics or in watercolors or oils or anything, find encaustic a really interesting media to delve into, because it gives you a different outlet for your creativity, and it's one that doesn't have a lot of control.
And then I was also looking at the letter, just this letter as like an accompaniment, to get it, if I wanted to do this and have it straight.
The way I teach students is really to help somebody get into their own creativity. So I use certain methods to try and get them to loosen up, so to speak. And then within that, they will learn some techniques, and I'll introduce a new method each time they come in. However, the art itself is really exploratory. You will be amazed at what she's going to do with it. This gives them a deconstructed way of looking at their own art, and being able to break it down into just pure creativity and not having to follow steps to achieve a certain look.
Perfect.
I really want them to be able to find their own unique voice within that art piece. So I feel out a student initially and see where their level of comfort's at. I don't want somebody to feel ignored, like, why didn't she help me when I was drowning? Or at the same time, I don't want them to feel that, oh, she painted my whole painting for me. So I really have to gauge it by students, visually showing them. And what's interesting is when you do show someone how I would approach it. It's not the right way, it's how I would approach it. And maybe tweak something or change something. Then it's funny, because all of a sudden I hear like this little, oh yeah. Then I know that their creativity's been engaged, and they can take over perfectly well from there. So I hand the paintbrush back to them and say, carry on, and that's all they needed, was that little push. The personal difference, I suppose, of having a teacher who's willing to get in there and show you, you're holding it all wrong. All you have to do is adjust this, and this is the effect you achieve, and it just it helps people visualize, especially artists. Artists are very visual people.
Okay, I like it.
All right. I like it too. When you see something being done right in front of you, something clicks inside, and suddenly they know exactly what to do. And that's when I say, you're on your own.